interoperability is always an issue with sort of new protocols and that type of thing. How do we, in practical terms, how do companies building players that are reliant on MOQT or web transport make sure they're interoperable with what sort of the core transport is?
So yeah, it's hard now because we're building it, right? So it's like a multi-story building and you want to start decorating it with furniture, but every week another floor is added. So we're at draft 11 as the last one published, and it's roughly like every month or month and a half is a new draft. And these drafts have breaking changes right now. So if you're trying to build, interop is hard. We have interop events every 3 months, and there's teams of engineers working to try to make sure everything matches. And we have some interop today, but I would say it's pretty low because of the rate at which features are being changed. So we know this. The goal is to stabilize the improvements. And then as you do that, as you have a specification, especially one that's released as a draft, as an RFC, then you get your interop, right? And then we want to have very few changes to it going forward. We are designing extensions into it. So all the things we forget to add right now, we can extend them in the future by adding these custom extensions to objects without having to go ahead and revise the whole RFC. So that is built in.
And so do we have a general sense of when we'll reach a point that there won't be those non-breaking or those breaking changes?
Yes, it's, I hope before the end of this year.
Okay.
But you asked different, like define done on a spec.
Sure. Fair enough.
It'll be done enough. So there's already cool demos that are done. And right, and Oliver's deployed it, right? So he's just taken a slice and he controls both ends of the chain. He can deploy a static version. But his version won't operate with anyone else's yet. But clearly we want interop. That is the whole goal here. And for interop to happen, the RFC must be stable.
Yeah, I totally agree, but it's challenging for everybody. And we did the end-to-end solution deliberately because we noticed that it's really a big challenge, especially for non-experts who are not working in the video industry, to bring everything together, player from one vendor, CDN from another vendor, encoder from another vendor, etc. And then you need to switch protocols between different things like HLS dash and all these things. That's why we decided to bring everything together in an end-to-end platform and take the holistic point of view and the holistic approach here, which really makes a big step towards better user experience for our customers and still be based on open standards, because it's a great benefit to have these standards and to open up when needed and when possible, for example, to scale out maybe to CDNs like Akamai and use that as a point for better distribution on a large scale or so. But it really depends on the requirements and the use case, what is needed. And having something end-to-end is really create by yourself is a big challenge, including the whole tech stack.
I was going to say, coming out of video conferencing, what we found was sort of this back and forth of we had standards, the ITU standards, and then we had proprietary features we'd put in. So Polycom would only talk to Polycom and do particular things. Polycom and PictureTel could talk on the standards. And it sounds like we're almost in that same kind of model here, where it's you at nanocosmos can do it. Then as the standard matures, you can come back and take a look at interoperability down the line.